What's up, everyone? Dem Boys back at it. So I'm going to show y'all how to use formations that allow you to change the zone assignments of your defensive players when you manually adjust them to bag up corner routes completely. Now, I've showed you guys the cover 3 cloud. That's not what we're here to talk about, so stay tuned. This is going to be a way to bag any and all combinations of corner routes and routes that you might see to pull them open on both sides of the field simultaneously without needing a user. So what that means is I'm going to show you how to be a complete corner route expert. You could set up as much or as little of this is needed, because odds are someone's not going to be running, corner routes on both sides of the field. Maybe, and you could use this. But the point of this is more to universally show you the concepts and best practices of shutting down corner routes and what formations really you're going to kind of need to do them in. So I've been doing a lot of this 3-3-5 odd research lately. Y'all have heard me talk about that. So firstly, this guy here can't be slow. All right, can't happen. So I would put a safety there, or in a fast linebacker, whatever. But we all know it's one of the advantages of a formation like this. So that's the first thing you really need to know. If they're running to both sides, that's going to stop the backside. If there is a go flag corner combo going to the short side of the field, that's when that would become important. So you could always just go ahead and you can see my last video if you want on how to exactly run this, the cover 3 cloud. That's one way to do it. Literally just go look at my last video. That's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is going to be the cover 6. So what I'm going to do when I set up this cover 6 is I'm going to want the flat to be to the short side of the field. All right, we're going to want that quarter to the wide side of the field. Seems backwards, but that's how we're going to do this. All right, so same setup before. We press. We're going to go ahead and shade our coverage over the top. Now here's where it gets funky. We're going to take B and we're going to go ahead and put him on a cloud flat. We're going to take LB and hitting left on the right stick, we're going to put him in an outside third. So you can really just see by the play art how this would work, right? So this guy, we're in essence telling him to run a corner route, right? He's starting from the same point more or less as the wide receiver, and he's running to the same ending point more or less as the wide receiver. If you have a go, for example, maybe Kittle's on the go, right? So you're looking at a route combination like this. Trying to either hit the corner route or burn you with a beater, because that's where the cover 3 cloud can be weak, right? We talked about that. Well, so now what are you doing? You're taking this safety and you're telling him to run straight backwards. That is literally, what do you want? You're literally just taking people and putting them where, just look at the play art. It speaks for itself, all right? Simple. If they run an out down here, what do you got? You got a cloud to bag it, right? So any possible combination that you might see, there you go. That's it. You would be using right here. So you would be able to, if anything comes across here, there. Now, the backside, right? We still got to make sure we get the backside set up properly. So what I want to do, because it's going to be more effective than having a deep half, this is where this portion of the setup could be used to the wide side of the field and would be more effective, say, than a cover 3 cloud, potentially. So this is just another thing to know. What I would do is take him, put him on an outside third. Oops. Let's try putting him on an outside third left, not an outside third right, because then it's going to get funky. Now, anytime, like we've showed this in the cover 3 cloud, so same thing, if you have time in a perfect world, you do want to kind of pull this guy down a bit, because again, same as on the other side, we kind of want to have him as close to the starting point as the wide receiver so they can't throw it early. Not necessarily required, your click-on game can make up for that, but in a perfect world, I would really have both of these safeties down, in a perfect world. Now, the key here, right, because if we've got Y on a go, that's where we would obviously, be weak. That's why this guy needs to be fast, because I'm actually going to go ahead and man him up with that guy. So this is going to be my finalized setup. So if anybody not Y goes deep over the middle, that becomes my responsibility, right? Odds are that's not going to happen. Odds are, you could literally not even need the user, right? So just to kind of prove a point, we're just going to go ahead and spy him and play short a defender, in essence, is what I'm going to do. Let's play short a defender. Let's, kill any possibility of a pass rush. So we'll just play short-handed just to prove a point. So you can see everything's bagged. Heck, I'll even roll. Now let's watch the replay. Don't believe me, just watch. Sorry, I got some energy. It's early in the day, I've been staring at a screen for 12 hours or more again. Always. Alright. Anywho. Not to complain. I love this. So what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? If this gets bracketed, by the time he comes off, you're just too late. And that's going to be your result. I didn't even need to click on, right? No user required. Like I said, no user required. What are you going to do here? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only reason he left is because the ball was in the air, guys. So, something we're going to note on the backside when we're watching the backside. You will need to shade the coverage outside if you are worried about this backside. So what will happen is your outside third will actually track the go route if you don't play outside coverage. Alright, so just know that outside third will track that naturally. So what would end up happening, and this is why I wanted to showcase this now, if you don't shade it out wide late, someone could pass lead that inside, click on and swerve, and have plenty of time to go ahead and catch that in bounds. Plenty of time. Now again, you'll note here's why we had the man coverage with the fast defender, right? That's why that is absolutely vital. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up and I'm going to shade outside so you can see that. Look. So set up the shell. Remember, we go ahead and man him up. Now, if we shade outside, again, play short-handed, no user. Bagged. Absolutely bagged. That will work to the wide side of the field, guys. It's just, in my opinion, and I think it kind of spoke for itself. Yeah, we don't even look at it. It spoke for itself when I rolled out and he completely bagged that C route. You know what I mean? He's starting in the same place as the wide receiver. He's ending as the same place as the wide receiver, which makes it really difficult for people, and this is why. This is key. I showed you guys, go watch my How to Throw Corners and posts if you haven't. When people just go ahead and low point something like that right out of the break, click on and come back to it and possession catch it, that safety is going to be too far off the line, right? We need our defender to be as close to that C route as possible the entire time. That's why I am recommending doing this a different way than what you've really seen kind of plastered all over YouTube. Little bit of a unique take on it. Really, it was something that I was doing a long darn time ago in Big Nickel, but when I did that, I was susceptible to goes up the seam, so I had to user it, right? So, hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, comment, as always, subscribe. Damn boys, go check us out on Facebook. Join the group, man. Madden Genius. The Genius is the community. This is a Facebook group that it's simple. It is not here for coin sales. It is not here for money games. I don't want any of that here. That's just how people get robbed. We don't want the drama. this is meant to be kind of a drama-free type zone as much as possible on the internet, right? But it's for people to help people, man. You can go on there, you can pose a question, people can answer questions. If you have great knowledge of the game, good knowledge of the game, something you think you can add, please come on in and help answer questions for folks, you know? If you want to get into content creation, great way to get kind of a little, you know, a little bit of a community to know who you are, right? Go and help people, engage with people. When they have questions, take the time to answer them. I promise you, if this is something that you want to do, that's going to be your path to success, guys. It just is. You got to remember you're here to help people. That's the point of this, all right? So, again, like, comment, subscribe. Madden Genius, check us out. Dem boys. Peace.